All right, so this isn't quite a what you would imagine a competitive matchup. They're playing vampires, but whatever. I figure I'll record and upload it anyways. So I definitely keep this hand. I got Whir and Bridge, and I have discard. So I mean, the only thing that's not great about this hand is I don't have the green mana for stirrings. Go for the discard. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. They revealed a random card instead. So because they're playing mono black here, and it looks like vampires, I was still worried that they're playing Gray Merchant and Asphodel. So discarding this I'm going to land a bridge most likely, so I don't have to worry about it, and I can actually use that to kill my opponent. Discarding the Bloodghast is just stupid because they'll just get it into play for free instead. So Gifted Etherborn, it seems like the correct choice, especially because it is 2 devotion for a Gray Merchant. So that's what I pick. Yeah. I was considering about playing Glimmervoid Stirrings for an artifact and then playing the artifact, but I want to land the bridge turn 3, and if I mess that up and I don't get it, I whiff on an artifact, then I am screwed. Instead, if I just wait for it, then I can turn. If somehow they discard both my bridge and my Whir, I can play this turn 4 Stirrings for a bridge and play the bridge on the same turn. Thoughtseize, there goes my bridge. I wasn't sure what to play on the explosives on here. So I played it on 2 because it would help stop the Gifted Etherborn if they do draw more of those, or anything else that costs 2. And it's also, I don't want to put it on 1 or 3, of course. So, and I still don't want to cast the Stirrings yet, because if they do discard my Whir, I can still Stirrings for a bridge. Yep. And I top deck a bridge instead. So here I was considering just keeping the Stirrings, and but I go ahead and play it. I don't know, maybe at that point it would have been better to not do that, but whatever. Because the whole point was what I was looking to do is end up playing that artifact, and then I can Whir for the rest of it without having to pay too much. I'd be able to play Whir and whatever else I draw if I need to, or because if I don't draw a land, I draw another artifact or whatever, then I would have to Stirrings and then play the Lantern, and then I'd be short a land to do the Whir. No, here instead of going for the Whir immediately, I decided to go for a Brutality to make sure the coast is clear, because I do notice they're playing red and white in their deck as well. I don't want them to top deck whatever they need to take out my bridge, which I doubt they would have it anyways, but it's one of those things. Take the Thoughtseize, of course. They can't attack, and then that's it, because now I'm just going to Whir for the last lock piece. Game 2. Because they were playing white, I sided in my Seal of Primordiums, and yeah, I mean, aside from that, it looks pretty good. I have the little Bauble Scry hand going on and the Explosive hand going on, which according to the spreadsheet is pretty good. Yeah, my opponent, it turned out that last game they accidentally mulled to 6. And if I had known that, I would have let them take it back, but... so this thing's pretty neat. And I top deck a Lantern. Look at that, turn 1 lock. So good. Yeah. Unfortunately, I still don't know what's in my opponent's hand. I decided to go ahead and draw the Ruins. And I play this in case of, you know, a Stony Silence. Which in hindsight, I wanted to be able to mill myself to get rid of this seal, but because they had Shattering Spree on top, I really needed to get rid of it. And then they have a Surgical after that. It's like, crap, man, I gotta mill that too. Go for the Stirrings. There's no bridge there, so I grab a Lantern. Play out my hand. I'm about to take a ridiculous amount of damage. And I can't let them draw that, because then they'll kill me with that. So I make them shuffle. There's a Shattering Spree on top. I'm like, crap, man. So I make them shuffle again. And now it's... And they top deck this guy, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So now I have to draw bridge. I know my top card is a Thoughtseize, so I am forced to just mill that and, you know, hope. It's my only choice here. Because I'm about to take a ridiculous amount of damage. I go down to 1. I mill myself to mill that Thoughtseize. And I top deck the bridge. I mean, I did control 1 card, I guess. I got to scry 1. So... but now, I don't have a Lantern, and I don't see that my opponent top decked that Gray Merchant. I'm like, oh crap. Now the good news is they don't have a 5th land. And I see they didn't play anything. So I know that in their hand they've got something, because they haven't conceded yet. Well, I'm inclined to think they have something, because they haven't conceded yet, because I'm about to get my Lantern back. And there was 1 blind draw there. So I'm thinking it's, honestly, I thought it was a Shatterstorm. And because I'm looking at this red mana. And I know it wasn't a, was that Replicate Shattering Spree, because they would have just played it and killed me. So I'm thinking, well, it must cost 2 red mana. So I'm thinking Shatterstorm. I know Sorin's okay. I'm like, fine, that's fine. Milling myself. They play the Sorin. Yeah. Again, milling myself. And since I milled myself, I saw that there's a whir on top. I'm counting it up, and I'm seeing that I'll gain 1 life, so I'll be able to pay 1 life to whir. And this is where I can whir for a, what's the name of that card? Spyglass, so I can get a good look at their hand and know for sure. Unfortunately, there's also a land on top, so. Yep. Yeah, take the point of damage. Right? Yeah, right there. Take the point of damage, tap out. Oh, no wait, I did not work for a Spyglass. I worked for a Bell. I think, did I side? Yeah, I'm sorry, I sided out my Spyglass. I'm dumb. And I'm trying to get to a discard, sorry. So, milling, because again, I'm thinking that maybe they have a Shatterstorm in hand. I don't want them to grab that. I want to keep my Inventor's Fair around to try to gain my life back up. So they're still playing it out, and I'm like, they need land. I know it. Of course, I do have discard next, so I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just make them discard the Shatterstorm. And this is where I see the Gray Merchant. I'm like, okay, that's the card they need. So I'm figuring that it's okay for them to draw the visitor. Yeah. And I'm about to draw this mill rock, so now I can, they need 4 lands in a row. And I can do self-mill because then I can just put it right back on top with the ruins. And that's it. Opponent concedes. Woo! Oop, wrong one. There we go.